Hello and welcome. Right, it's time for another bike review. Now, I know nothing about this one, absolutely nothing, apart from it's from a company called PVY, and I wondered what that stood for. Power Value Young, apparently. The model is a Z20 Pro, but apart from that I know nothing. I haven't looked at any specs, which I don't like to do before I've built the bike. I'll look into all that later, but let's get inside this and see what we've got. First thing I want to say about it, well, number one, I might have to keep coming from out here to in the awning because the weather is very poor today. It keeps raining and stopping. But the box, that is the smallest box I've ever had for a bike, which is exciting me. It's making me think the bike must be very small, very compact, very good for people like us with motorhomes who need somewhere to get a small bike. So let's have a look inside, see what we've got. Right, I'm seeing grey, like a gunmetal grey. This should be very easy to build because of its small size. I'm hoping it's very easy. How do I get in it? Might be best just emptying it out. Let's get it on its side. It's got a little rack on the back as well, I can see, which is always nice. Not too much packaging, which is even nicer. Get the box out of the way, and this is what we're working with. Okay, it's a folding bike. Right, I think I need to get the wrapping off to get a better look at this. But so far I am liking, let me just get you off this stand. I'm liking the colour. It's like a gunmetal type grey. I like that. And the gears look nice with this like golden gear look there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Right, let's get all these bits off and see what we're working with. So I found some decal under here. I do like the colour. It's beautiful. Shimano gears, I'm noticing. Little lighter silver streaks on it. PVY there. And the model number there, Z20 Pro. This is quite stylish. I like the little handle there as well, and obviously the bike rack, the bag rack. What do you call them? Like a pannier stand or something? Right, turn it over, get the other side off. So it's all unboxed. I'm impressed. Now, my girlfriend's just come out. She says, "Oh, it's a compact one, isn't it? And look how long it is." And she's right. They're not normally this long, so I'm looking forward to getting this all fully built and seeing, for such a compact fold-up bike. Yeah, it doesn't look like a fold-up bike at the moment. It's very long. The big beauty of it so far for me is, number one, the front wheel is already on, which is normally what takes me quite a bit of time. The mudguards are already on. They normally take a bit of time. There's hardly any building involved in this. And I do like these for putting the handlebars on. That's an easier system to basically stick it in there, put an Allen key in, and it tightens up. I like that. What else comes in the box? So I like this as well. Look at the length of that. A nice big chunky seat. Instructions, 2 pedals, a few tools, a rear reflector, power pack, and this, look, motorbike mount. You don't normally get them thrown in with an electric bike neither, so impressed with that. Right, let me stand this up and start building. I think it's only going to take me a couple of minutes. Well, the rain started coming down, so we've come into the awning. And I didn't even film that because it was such a quick, easy thing to do. Slide the seat on, boom, boom. Handlebars, that was the only tiny bit fiddly bit. Let me just get this down, it's very hard with one hand. So this folds down, look. And basically you just put that in there, and then you put an Allen key in there and just tighten it. Make sure it's all lined up. And it's all done. We're pretty much ready to go. I do like these Shimano gears. This is a bit more... It seems a bit more solid than the ones on the other bikes I've seen. I like this button. I like that a lot. The screen is tiny, which I think I like actually. And I specifically like this little extra, because I'm going to be able to record, hopefully, record me riding along, as well as a chest mount. And possibly, I've got another camera, this tiny little thing, which apparently will follow me and circle me whilst I'm riding. So I'm hoping to get some good shots of me riding this, which will be tomorrow. I'm not going to be riding it in this weather. But so far, very, very impressed. Oh, the only downside so far is the kickstand. Now, I haven't looked at it properly, but it's not... It's as if it should be longer. I don't know if it extends, I'll have to have a look at that. But it's only just stood up. I'd rather that be a bit longer. The front suspension, wow, that's incredible. Let me just get on here. Check this out. No, you can't really tell what I'm doing, but yeah, the front suspension's fantastic. Right, let me put the finishing touches to this and get it all ready for a ride tomorrow. So the bike is complete. I've just pumped the tyres up to 40 psi, as it says on the outer rim of the tyres. And I've managed to adjust the stand. You can adjust that, so it stands up a bit better now. Before it was just leaning a bit, it felt like if you went on it, it'd just fall over. So I've lengthened that a bit, and it's all ready to go. I am so impressed with this so far. I'll tell you the best part of it. The best part of it is the price. Wow. Now I'm not going to go into any specs today. I need to do my research tonight, and I'll tell you them tomorrow when I go ride it. But look at it. Folding bike, how much do you think? Electric, Shimano gears, front suspension. A really good e-bike so far. We haven't test ridden it, but it seems pretty good. The price on their website at the moment, £669. That is absolutely incredible. So, looking forward to trying this tomorrow, seeing if it's... if that is an amazing price for this bike, because if it performs as well as I think it's going to perform, that is a cracking price. Right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to try and get that camera going now, see if I can work out how to make it follow me on the bike for tomorrow, get some good shots. I almost forgot why I was taking that last clip, to tell you that is the easiest bike I've ever had to build. I did that in... Well, I kept having to break off, but if I didn't, I reckon I could have done that in 10-15 minutes. It is so simple. All you have to do, stick that on, screw it down, stick that on, clip it in, put the pedals on, and blow the tyres up. That is all there is to it. It was so simple. So it is the next morning, and a beautiful morning it is too. This is the weather I was expecting. And we've got it. The sun is out. The only problem is it's been pretty icy this morning, so I've waited a couple of hours. I think it's going to be okay now. I'm not taking my hat off. It's too cold. But I've put my helmet over it. I've squeezed it on. Right, today for this particular bike review, I normally just show you this footage of the handlebars going forward. Today I'm going to try and possibly... on my phone here, have my face as one view, and on top of that we have a flying camera, which hopefully is going to get some shots of me just riding around hands-free, like a little drone basically. So let's take this for a ride. I still haven't looked at the specs, I will look at them later. I just want to get on it and have a little play. Come with me. I almost forgot to say, I'm also sticking this into my phone to have wireless sound, so hopefully you're going to get good sound. On these, I don't normally have an external mic on this, so the sound isn't very good as I'm riding around. Hopefully it's going to sound pretty good today. And as for this itself, this holder, this is so versatile. I'll be using this, I'll be taking it off this, using it on other things. I'm going to be keeping that and using it for all sorts, but perfect on this bike. That is solid. You know, you've got an expensive phone there, you don't want it dropping out. I'm confident that isn't going anywhere. Right, let's go do this, come on. Right, so let's turn this chest mount camera on. Make sure that's recording, so you should be able to see the handlebars as I'm riding along. You're filming me at the moment. Let's get this up in the air, see if we can get it to follow us and take some shots of the bike. Remember what we're on, it's a PVY Z20 Pro. Okay, it's kicking in, it's kicking in. So we're on a campsite at the moment. We're just going to do a lap, which I've done many times before. Just keeping my eye on the camera behind me. So we are, the only problem I've got at the moment is because I've got my phone where I've got it. I can't see which mode I'm in, but I do know I'm in mode number 3. And I can find the button underneath the phone, so that's good. Right, very icy. Nice. Right, this is beautiful. We're in first gear. Let's get up to 6th, right up to the top. Oh, that's nice. Right, we're powering. We are powering now. Oh, that is good. That is good. Now, it's my own fault because of where I've put the phone to film this direction. I can't see the speed, I can't see the levels and things, but I do know I'm in 3rd level. So that's one thing to take into consideration. Put the phone on the other side of the handlebars for next time. But this is smooth, this is good. The bike is very quiet. The brakes are very good and very quiet. And that's one of the beauties about receiving a bike with the wheel already attached and the mudguards already attached. I don't have to worry about aligning it into the brake caliper, so you're not going to get any squeaking because someone in the factory has done that for me. Right. One thing to mention, this does come, it's got a throttle already attached, and which is illegal for the UK roads, so make sure you unattach it here. All you have to do is pull it out and it doesn't work. So if you want to be road legal, make sure you pull it out. Having said that, if you're off-road, you can plug it back in and use the throttle, which is quite handy when you're on gravel and grass, things like that. It helps you to start off a bit quicker. This is so smooth for a small bike. You know, the big fat tyre, the big fat tired bikes are usually very smooth because of the size of them. These are not massive. For a folding bike, they're actually quite big, but they're not huge, but they are very, very comfortable to ride on. This is a beautiful ride. Right, we're turning back down here now. Okay, I just did something a bit illegal there. I was trying to help the guy out, but it didn't work. Right, let's keep going. That front suspension is really making a difference. I don't know, usually when there's a front suspension on, it's not so bouncy, it's not so comfortable. I don't know if I'm not putting I'm not setting them right on the previous bikes I've had. This is far more comfortable than I've had on a front suspension bike before. It's like being on a bouncy castle. It is really comfortable. Right, we're heading back down now. These poor old ladies have been giving me weird looks because of the drone camera I've been flying. But that's done now. The seat is very comfortable as well, by the way, guys. Very comfortable. I'm loving the gears. You know, I've been on bikes 3 times as much money as this, and the gears are not as good. Don't get me wrong, they're still Shimano gears, but it's just the simplicity of the actual button and lever. They're just far more comfortable underneath the thumb as you're moving them. Right, we're going over a few puddles and potholes. Icy ones at that. Smooth, smooth. So my worry with this, I'll be honest with you, when I saw the price of it, £669 at the moment, I thought, once I actually get on it and ride it, I'm going to notice a difference. Hey, my phone's just switched off. Oh, there we are, it's still on. I'm going to notice a difference. It's going to feel like a less quality bike, but it doesn't. It is really, really good for the money. I feel this is, just going through gravelly, so that's a good test for it as well. Like, I don't know, as I say, I haven't looked into the specs on this yet, so I don't know if the tyres themselves are puncture proof. They're not fat tyres, but they're not skinny little things either, so seem pretty good. So we're back now. Let's get back, look into the specs and tell you exactly what this bike is capable of. So it's the morning after. Let's go through the specs. I've been looking on the internet, checking out various specs on this, so let's run through them. I'm having to hold the camera myself today. I've got my tripod if I need to be hands-free, but I'll try and walk you around. So basically this is the grey version. It is also available in white. It's got a 250 watt motor on the back of there, so it's legal for the UK. It's got a half twist throttle. Now, this is fantastic. There you go. Twist that. They're better than the finger ones. It's a really good throttle, that, but they are illegal on the UK roads. So if you don't want to use that, if you want to be legal, all you have to do is disconnect it in one of these. I'm not sure which it is. Disconnect it there, and that won't be in use, and it will be completely legal. But you can have that on if you want it for off-road. It's got a 36 volt 10.4 amp hour battery, which is inside here. I'll go into that in a moment. No, I'll tell you what, let's go into that now. Let's open it up and show you the battery. So to open it up, to get to the battery, you basically split the bike in half. So this lifts up, this pulls out, this is your little handle, and it will fold in half. Simple as that. Now you need a key to get the battery out. So that, no, basically, if anyone steals this bike, they're not going to be able to get the battery out, so it isn't much use to them. So twist that. It's got a little lever in here, and that pulls out. So to charge this, it's very difficult with one hand and one person. To charge it is there. You can actually take this indoors and charge it indoors, which is fantastic. And your on off button is on here as well for the actual bike. So let's put that back in, lock it in place, close it back up, wait till it clicks, Put that down. So at the other side here, at this end, you have got an on-off button there for the entire bike. It's on at the moment, and that is where you can charge it as well. It's also, I've just noticed, it's got a USB in there, so you could charge your phone as well. A great little addition, and a nice waterproof cover on there as well. It has got shock absorbing forks, which I've not seen before. So they will take some of the pressure as well, which is very good. And you've also got front suspension, which is very, very good on this bike, I noticed. It's very, very soft, very bouncy, very nice, like that. Which I presume, can you lock that in place? No, you can't lock that in place. But yeah, very happy with the suspension on that. Front LED light, which you can... Let me just turn the bike on here. I've just turned that on. Is the light on? No. So, you've got a light button there. Press the light button, that comes on. So you've got an LED light at the front, which flashes. And at the back it's just a reflector. It isn't connected to the battery. So, just a reflector at the back. Which you can obviously change for a light if you want. Maximum range 80 kilometers, a speed of 25 kilometers an hour, which is the legal requirement for the UK, but it does support unlocking. Now I don't like to tell people to do this, but I know a lot of people do. It would then make the bike illegal to ride on the UK roads, but you could go off-road and ride this perfectly legally by unlocking it. And to do that, it's very simple. Just look online, it'll tell you how to do it. But it will then go 32 kilometers an hour, so you'll get another 3 miles per hour out of it to get a bit more speed. It has got folding pedals, so you just push that in, push it up, and that just gives you a bit of extra room in storage, especially for us. You know, we would be putting this in the back of a motorhome, in the garage of the motorhome. You need as much space as possible, and that extra couple of inches really makes a difference in the width of the bike in storage, so that's a good little feature. The weight of the bike is 22 kilograms, which is pretty good for an electric bike. I don't know many which I've ever reviewed which are less than that, so it is incredibly light. Let's just see if I can pick it up with one hand. No problem whatsoever. Very light bike. You can actually have 40 kilograms on the back rack here, and 40 kilograms is a lot of weight, so that's a nice extra if you want to carry something heavy on there. In total you can carry 150 kilograms with you on it, obviously. And the tyres, they're not fat tyres, but they're not skinny little things either. They're 20 inch tyres by 2.3 inches wide. And they are good wheels. You know, you've got a nice tread on there. They're a nice size, they're not too small. And you've got shock absorbing forks as well, which look nice. So I'm very impressed with them. Right, I want to show you it folded now. Just quickly fold it for you just to see how small this folds up to. So here we go, there's a few steps to this. So step number one, undo the handlebars. So you pull that up, you push that down, and then this will simply fold down. Now the only thing I don't like about these folding bikes is you do have to have all these wires hanging out. You can't have them all tied up, you see, because it does fold. You need the flexibility to fold it. So that folds down, and then the seat, obviously lower that, and then as I showed you earlier, to fold it in half, very simple, grab that there, push that around. So that is as small as it folds up to, which for a longish bike, I do find this is quite a long folding bike. It just looks long. Some of them seem a bit tight, a bit compact. This seems quite a long bike, and for a folded bike it is now not taking up too much space. I'm very happy with that. So that, my friends, is the PVY Z20 Pro. My honest opinions of it. Well, number one, it is the easiest e-bike I've ever built. It really was simplicity at its best. It comes in the box, everything's done for you. Stick the seat on, a couple of little bits, and it's done. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Most take about 40 minutes to an hour. So very impressed with that. And secondly is the price. You just cannot beat the price on this. For an electric bike, you know, everyone's kids are going to be wanting an electric bike this Christmas. We know that. It's the new thing, isn't it? And this is affordable. At the moment, I've just checked on their website, they've knocked a couple more pound off. £649 for an electric bike. That's the winner for me. So would I recommend it? Of course I would. Have I got any issues with it? No, none I can think of. I'd like to see it available in more colours. It's only available in grey and white. I'd like to see it in maybe a red, a blue, something a bit jazzier. But apart from that, a brilliant bike. All links will be in the description, guys. If you're interested, get down there and get one ordered for Christmas. And remember, bikes are not just for Christmas, they're forever. So if you want one any other time of year, you can get one for them as well. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.